Oh, I think we're muted now.
Perfect. Nothing like starting off a stream with the mute thing. What up? What up? SC07 demo day. It is Thursday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, the thing we've been taking over your feeds for the last month about. And some of you have showed up. We have thousands of viewers over on Twitter. Y'all are blowing up the chat. We're at live.cclub.xyz if you're hanging out with us over on Twitter. That's where apparently we have two chats today. We got the L1 chat. We got the L2 chat. Come over to live.cclub.xyz. That's where all the fun will be had. We have an absolutely wonderful hour and a little bit ahead for you. But this is 7, lucky number 7. C Club's been at this for 7 go-arounds. Let's do a thing first with people. So if you're hanging out with us at live.cclub.xyz, let us know where you're dialing in from, because I think I've seen people dialing in from all the way from Japan, people saying it's 2 or 3 in the morning. Let us know where you're dialing in from. And if you've been to one of these demo days before, let us know which one was your first one. Mine was SC07 or SC01. Looks like a 7. I don't think there were many people there, but I think these last 2 ones have been increasingly unhinged.
I wish you recorded that one. That would be a cultural
I wonder if we
artifact.
did. It might be somewhere. Yeah. All right, so demo days are a little different here around the C Club hearts. For me, my absolute favorite part about crypto is that we get to turn things that were usually single player into multiplayer. It's sort of this idea that you can be in a group chat and crazy ideas will start to bubble up, and then all of a sudden a project will launch and you can mint the NFT and you can be an early advocate, you can be an early user, you might even be a contributor, and you get to earn ownership in these big projects and crypto networks that we're launching. And so for us at C Club, today is like one of those multiplayer days. It's an opportunity to bring you all, users, explorers, investors, builders, to the earliest stages of these projects. These are rooms that are usually locked and left for people wearing all birds and vests, and probably in San Francisco, maybe New York these days. But we get to do this online, and we get to do this live, and we get to bring people into these adventures. And so today is about hearing about these big visions that these teams have been building towards. And I think importantly, it's about hearing from the founders' mouths themselves from the earliest stages. So very excited to bring that experience here today. And so since this is multiplayer, you get to have an impact on how the day goes. And, the number one thing you can do for these teams today, if you believe in consumer crypto and if you believe in what they're building, is to go and retweet this stream, get it out to a few more people, your friends. It's going to be a worthwhile time hanging out here with us today. So you retweet this, or we also love seeing your comments, replies on the Twitter generally, or over on Farcaster or Lens. A couple other housekeeping notes before we jump into today. You might see a blue button on your screen. It will either say take the quiz to mint or tip. If you have gone through and completed the highly regarded quiz, thank you for your insanity, Cheryl. You will be able to tip Enjoy on the projects today. So you'll have an allocation to tip of Enjoy. I see some of you have found it already, given the amount of tips Chipped has got here. We'll be resetting those in a few minutes, and so we'll start from 0. But it's fun. Enjoy will kind of splash across the screen, and all those tips go to the projects. And of course, Enjoy will be pitching later today as well. So this is the section where we're supposed to tell you about the C Club thesis. And Josh,
yes, you can also mint now if you didn't previously mint, and get some tip allocation.
Great point. Yes, you don't have to do it in the past. You can do it right now. Good luck to you all who are going down that rabbit hole trying to figure out which scenester you are. I was unnerved by both the questions and the result. But I was supposed to talk about the thesis, Josh, and I was trying to figure out what the right way to describe this is. I think you do a better job than it, so I'm going to let you do that. And I'll just say the simple thing. We are absurdly infatuated with crypto and the potential impacts that it might have on the world. We're also, I think, humble enough to know that we don't really have all the answers. And so by far the best way for us to get those answers is to, a couple times a year, go out and find the smartest, most incredible human beings we can find, bring them together for a 3-month process, support them, bring the support and the reach of the Seed Club network to bear, and to help them bring really rapid progress towards the projects they're building. And today is the result of that. So we're big fans of crypto. We're big fans of people that want to go build with crypto. We're big fans of people who want to go build with crypto and have a long-term point of view. So I think you'll see many of these teams are focused on the 10-year, not the 10-month game. And I hope that that'll bring some inspiration and some excitement and some optimism back to the timeline. It's kind of been weird out there recently. We've been sheltered from it because we're just talking to people who are building. And so being amongst builders seems to be the solution there. So again, if you're watching this on Twitter or LinkedIn or wherever else we're streaming this, come on over to live.seedclub.xyz. People are asking why there's 2 chats. I don't know why there's 2 chats. StreamYard's just injected a chat into here. So we have 2 chats. The main one is the one on live.seedclub.xyz. If you're over in the L2 rollup knockoff version, the forked version, have fun over there, but we won't be chatting.
If you adjust, I was able to close it. If you adjust your screen size a couple of times, you'll be able to close it. It feels much better, so I recommend trying it.
Yeah, one chat is enough chats, but
one chat's enough chat.
The fork chat exists, and so have fun over there if you're over there. All right, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, I think moments like this and events like this are always kind of moments of reflection, and I think it's been pretty fun checking back in on the core belief that Seed Club was started on 4 years ago, which it's really that crypto is going to allow social and cultural value to be created, stored, and used in entirely new ways. And I think that just still feels so right to us and rings so true to us today, even though the ecosystem has really been on kind of a hell of a journey, I'd say, over the last 4 years, kind of exploring how that's actually going to manifest. People were experimenting with social tokens where they thought everyone was just going to tokenize themselves and offer perks, and that was somehow cool. Then there was a social DAO phase where people thought everyone was going to want another job. And then it moved to NFTs where, people thought that any random person who could deploy a smart contract was well suited to build the next Disney. And, I think it's easy to laugh at these in hindsight. And I think, one day we'll probably laugh at most of what we're doing here today. But, there were these important early explorations of what consumer crypto meant, of how to use tokens, how to use treasuries, how to use NFTs as primitives for building novel consumer experiences. Really, the problem was just that the tools to actually accomplish that and build truly novel consumer experiences that are compelling just didn't exist back then. But, fast forward a few years and now they do. We have Solana and L2 adoption, embedded wallets, PWAs, real emerging business models, open social graphs, and incoming broad cultural acceptance of crypto. And I think we've been seeing all these things coming and, intellectualizing that it meant we were about to enter a golden age for consumer crypto startup building because, largely that's what we do. But I think really the last 3 months working with these teams have just kind of flat out proved that it's here in my mind. They're going after huge visions and are actually able to quickly get products into market that, are early but exciting forms of those visions. They're able to actually make rapid week-to-week progress that's needed to figure out what works and what people actually care about. And they're just building things that genuinely weren't possible 6 months ago. So I don't know, I guess all that to say, I just couldn't be more excited about what the next year has in store for these teams. And all consumer crypto founders, investors, believers broadly. It's going to be insane. You're in the right place. But we should probably get this thing going, shouldn't we?
Yeah, very much not about you and me, Josh. It's about these awesome human beings that have been, there's been a lot of work that's gone in, especially over the last week to get these pitches together. So shout out to these teams. All right, so Seed Club, we have hundreds of applications. We chose 8 teams. We really value finding great human beings with big visions. I hope that you'll see that today on display. I have no doubt you will. Before we bring up our first pitch, just a reminder, if you're watching us on Twitter, come on over to live.seedclub.xyz. You can drop a whole bunch of enjoy tips. You can, and if you're over on live.seedclub.xyz, right below the chat, you'll see a little icon that'll give you links to all the projects. So if you're looking for info, if you didn't quite catch the link that they're sending to you, you can do that on live.seedclub.xyz. You also note a little link that says mint the logo. So we're working with our friends over at Forage that allow you to just signal that you've been here on day one. Who knows what that might be used for? Could be for some fun stuff in the future. So that's on live.seedclub.xyz. You can go mint the logo and that'll show up on Forage. Anyways, let's get to the main show. It is my deep pleasure to invite Winnie from Chipped to stage.
Winnie, what's up?
What up,
Hi
Winnie?
guys, how are we doing? Good morning. Thank you
Kick
for the
us
intro.
off. Let's go.
Is my slide live? How do I do that? Oh, there we go. Amazing. Okay, well let's kick it off today then. So hi guys, I'm Winnie and I am the founder of Chipped. And for those of you who are chronically online, you probably know Chipped as a set of press-on nails with NFC chips in them that allow you to share your social media by simply tapping your nail with your phone. But it is so much more than that. Chipped is a crypto it-girl brand worthy of the mainstream internet. Up until now, if you've been chipped at one of our events, you've probably been able to link your nails to anything. So of course that's led to the question, what is on chain about this? And oh my God, I am so glad you asked because nothing really. But we had fun, right? And now it's time to take that fun on chain. While everyone has been tapping away at our IRL events, we've been building out our social aggregation protocol and native app underneath all that glitter and gel polish. Chipped allows you to link all your Web 2 and Web 3 personas all in one place while making you unforgettable as the girl with the chipped nails. So, when you tap your new friends now, you'll be taken to their profile where you can connect and follow up with all their chosen social media. And when you save that connection, you can add notes, selfies, and locations to your Rolodex using off-chain private attestations all in our app powered by EAS. Every connection you make is beautiful, unique, and takes time to grow, like a pearl. But we prefer to spell it PIRL for proof of IRL, with each connection contributing points towards your on-chain's identity's reputation. So the more you tap and connect, the more pearls you collect. We guess it's WorldCoin, but yassified. You may have come across us at one of our many collaborative activations over the last few months, where we have chipped over 600 of you, and your thousands of chipped interactions generated over 1 million social media impressions. Since our proof of concept, Chipped has grown into a full stack brand. But even in its infancy, we gained traction being featured in mainstream publications and have even been seen on the runway at New York Fashion Week. Okay, guys, would you still love me if I said Chipped lives at the intersection of fashion and technology? At Chipped, we're wearable accelerationists, as the market is expected to reach 161 billion by 2033. And despite this growth, there's a gap in the market for products that are user-friendly, non-invasive, with valuable potential. NFC chips have been going viral on social media for years, but it's yet to be scaled and partnered with appropriate software. The global nail market, the global nail care market, especially press-ons, thanks to TikTok, is expected to reach 18 billion by 2033 as well. Combining this with the wearable tech market, Chipped has a total addressable market of 179 billion, and capturing just 5% of that translates to an opportunity worth nearly 9 billion. As blockchain matures, we see beyond hyper-financialization as a first mover. Adoption will come when people come for the fun and naturally transition into financial use cases. Outside of this bubble, most consumers don't seek this, and that's how we get adoption, by using fun as a KPI and enhancing current consumer habits instead of trying to change them and building brands worthy of the mainstream internet. We've been incredibly agile since raising our pre-seed and have built out a full hardware to software solution for seamless onboarding and networking, and the first to go to market with this at a global scale. And we will be shipping on the 25th of June, but they are ready to order now. All sets come encrypted with chipped profiles that you can access through our app that's built on our software, aptly named Gossip Protocol. You can start earning pearls by connecting with your friends and pretty much through all actions connected to your chip socials, even through user-generated content. We're already working on our version 2 of our product. This iteration will feature better encrypted chips, enhancing both security and functionality, and new designs. And we're also rolling out vending machines across the US, starting with strategic locations and partnerships in New York City by the end of Q3, with expansion into APAC in the Q1 of 2025. So while I'm here and while I finish, I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone who has contributed to this journey and sees our holistic vision for consumer wearables and consumer crypto, especially to the diehard chipped community. Thank you so much. And thank you for your time today, guys. And I will see you IRL.
Number one. Thanks, Winnie. I am looking forward to getting my nails done for the first time, just so I can participate in this. I think I was going to do my pinky finger, but somebody told me that might lead people to believe I was into certain extracurricular activities that I may or may not want to be associated with. So, Chip Social, these are available for purchase now. Is that correct?
Yes, at chipsocial.com.
Go buy some nails. All right, Winnie, thanks for hanging out, kicking us off.
Thanks so much, guys.
Very excited to bring up Tim from Bracket. What up, Tim?
Hey guys.
What's up, buddy?
Let's
You're
go,
up.
baby.
Good to see y'all. Oh, there we go. Hey everybody, Tim from Bracket Game. Good to see y'all. My co-founder John and I, we've been building in crypto for a while, and we had this observation, which was that people who already use crypto, they all absolutely love it. But everyone who hasn't used crypto yet, they have huge hesitation. So the way we look at it, like, we need to create, as consumer crypto builders, like 100x better experiences to overcome that hesitation that people have. Because once we do, they become crypto users for life. So that's what John and I want to do. Like, we're huge sports fans. So like, we think our contribution to making that happen in the mainstream can be around sports. So like, what's the 100x experience for a sports fan? John and I were thinking a lot about this, and like, we locked on to March Madness, right? So it's like 75% of people are filling out brackets and office pools. It's like super fun and exciting. And so we did like, what's the 100x experience of the March Madness bracket? And so we spun up this thing, Bracket Game. And Bracket Game is like a new take on the March Madness tournament, which instead of just like you fill out your office pool, turn it in, and that's it, like you're done. It's like, what if we turn the tournament and turn the bracket into like this living, breathing marketplace, right? So that's what we did. Like, you come in, you see prices on all of these teams that you know. It's like super fun to see. And when you take positions, instead of just like sitting on them, right, and sitting on your picks, when you see the game turning, when you see that other team like hit a few threes and you're like, this isn't looking good, like, you get out quickly, right? Like, if you see somebody like taking off, or like something going viral, or a player playing amazing on another team, like, you get in, right? So we turned Bracket into this. We doubled down on social with this too, to make it super fun. Our beta is in Farcaster. You can see like people's Farcaster handles are in here. We have this massive group chat running. And all of this combined, like, to create a super fun experience for March Madness. We actually ended up creating, through the activity, like a prize pool that got up to like 500,000 USD, which was like 3 or 4 times larger than ESPN's prize pool for their official bracket. So that was awesome. And we were like, okay, like, what next, right? So like 2 days later, we put a bracket on the Masters, and we did not have golf in mind when we made this mechanism, right? So we didn't know how this was going to go, and it absolutely blew our mind. In golf, because anyone can win and they're all on the course at the same time, there's just like tons of events that are constantly moving, right? So we've got hundreds of people trading, and the crazy thing was that like in NCAA, we had 20 minutes per user per day using Bracket. And in the Masters, like, it was pushing an hour per user per day. So like, Bracket was just like basically a constant companion for people who were playing, like watching the Masters, right? So we're super excited about Bracket as being kind of a layer of social and live reality on these events. We've been running brackets since like every big event, like just wrapped up the NBA, been doing like $1 million USD a month in transaction volume. Doing some super fun experiments too. We ran a bracket for pickleball at FarCon, so like non-professional event, amateurs playing. This was super fun, like using a bracket to make people part of the arena, right? So it's like you got 100 people standing around, like saying that this is in, this is out, like betting on you, having their phone out, watching you play. We want to run more experiments with this, like cornhole at your family reunion, or beer pong tournament at the fraternity. Like, how much more fun could they be with a bracket? So our future direction, you see here, we got a QR code. You can join our latest bracket, which is for the Euro soccer tournament. Free pack using this QR. You'll see a lot of our future vision here. Like we're using a different token than DGen. We're using higher on this one. Multi-tokens, like a big part of brackets direction. So like imagine the Olympics on Jenner token, the NFL on Guinness token, right? Like we think tokens are huge for distribution, for community building, upside, fun. And also you can see here, like you can get into this bracket just using your debit card, right? Like just use Coinbase Pay. You can easily get into brackets, start trading shares right away. So we want to make this as accessible as possible. Again, I think I'm out of time, but if you want to launch a bracket, if you want to join a bracket, if you're a token community and you want to partner, DM me. I'm at TLDR on Farcaster, and thank you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everyone scan that QR code, try bracket out. Just continues to be one of the better consumer crypto user experiences out there. So
And
we get a free pack.
You can send it to anybody and they'll be able to onboard. Yeah. I got my golfing buddies in for the golf bracket, even though I got my butt handed to me in it because I wasn't live paying attention to it. I was in it. Anyways, I'm over it. That's good. Thanks for riffing there. And I think there's just a bunch of really exciting possibilities. You guys just continue to keep your heads down, building the most interesting thing next. And it's been fun to be a part of it. Thanks for hanging out with us today, Tim.
Yeah,
check out Bracket Out Game. And again, the links are at live.cclub.xyz. If you missed it, click on the bottom button just below the chat and you'll be able to find them all. All right, time to bring up Connor from Fora.
Connor, how are we doing today?
Good. Hey, guys. Nice to see you again.
Likewise. You're up, sir. Have fun.
All right. All right. Hey, everyone. Okay. I'm Connor, and I'm building Fora. Fora is a platform for community markets. The maverick communities online are what make the internet great. The tiny pockets of culture spread across the corners of the internet provide the most value. They share the most knowledge. They create cultural movements and inventions. Where does the proficient internet user go when they want the highest signal information about a purchase? They don't go to Wirecutter or Google. They go to the nichest subreddit they can find to get the answers from the real experts. Communities are hugely impactful, and the best tools on the internet are those that empower communities by allowing them to build for themselves. What if Reddit tried to define all the subreddits at the beginning, or if Discord made you choose from one of the channels they've already made for you? This is absurd to imagine. So why then do all of our marketplaces work like this? Why are marketplaces stuck in the walled garden web design of 2008 when communities are begging for the tools to make them their own? You don't have to believe me about this. The evidence can be found in the communities themselves. Once you recognize it, you'll see it everywhere. There are thousands of community-created markets that exist in every corner of the internet. DIY marketplaces built into Discord channels, into WhatsApp groups, subreddits, and forums, each built to empower a community because the existing marketplaces are failing them. Why do people do this? Community markets create high trust. They create high signal environments where camaraderie and goodwill lead the way. They create powerful discovery mechanisms based on mutual interest, taste, curiosity, expertise. These are what drive these markets. I know this because I wrapped my life around these markets for 6 years. During college and before I got into tech, I learned everything about menswear, actually. It was originally a hobby, but eventually I became so experienced that I started doing it for profit. Buying and selling in these markets was educational and fun, and I made a lot of money independently doing it. Here's the critical point, though. These community markets never last very long. Forum communities work over time because dedicated and knowledgeable moderators. Today, those same users are trying their best to create and moderate markets, but they lack the appropriate tools to do so effectively. Because of this, these markets inevitably fall apart. Giving communities and domain experts a modern user experience to create markets with no coding and an economic model that allows experts and moderators to be financially rewarded for their knowledge and work is the key to creating truly sustainable community markets. And that's what we're building at Fora. The newest framework often used for these community markets is Discord. And that's what we're targeting for our first embedded community tool. When used in Discord, Fora can parse and recreate Discord markets for better search and filtering and notifications, turning your experience from this into this. Note that the Discord stays as is. When it's used this way, Fora functions as a headless market. If users want to build a new market from scratch, Fora allows anyone to create and monetize a market for their community as easily as they can create a subreddit or a Discord channel. Fora makes private, credentialed, or token-gated markets available to anyone, and all of this eventually paves the way for a true peer-to-peer security model where communities can resolve their own transaction disputes, a system that taps genuine expertise and rewards it with fees typically reserved for PayPal and eBay. We've talked to contemporary art communities, opal markets, style, instrument, and music forums, and we're ready to move forward with the first community at the end of this summer. This community is called Lines. This is my profile in it. It's an open source music hardware forum that I've been a member of for a decade. The community has made a patch solution by using Discord as a market after they ripped out their internal market because they didn't have the tools to moderate it. We're going to roll out the Lines market soon, and I can't wait to see it in action. We've made amazing progress over the last 3 months. If you're a part of a community and want to break your own market, reach out. If you're an investor, we're raising. You can sign up for updates via the QR code here, or I think there's some links in the group chat. I'm Connor Martin. Thank you for your time.
Oh, yes.
Nice. Great job, man. I love when we talk to these founders and they're just so deep in a world that I had no idea existed. Like learning about the like sub markets across the internet over the last 3 months has been a treat.
I still haven't tapped Connor for the style advice I know I should be tapping him for.
It's a valuable resource.
Dialing in from Ibiza to do a pitch. I love it. All right, Connor, appreciate it, man. Fora.market, really excited about headless markets and people building infrastructure for them. All right, next we have Dove from Exhibit.
Nice.
Hello, Dove. You're
Hi.
on.
Sweet. Okay. So I'm Dove. I'm the founder of Exhibit, and I've been working in immersive tech for the last 5 years. I have a studio. We've launched an Oculus app in the Oculus store, and we've shown at Sundance, Tribeca, Con, and the like. And before that, I worked at SoundCloud, and I created revenue products for creators. So basically, finding new ways to pay creators in this like post-AI world. And in the last year, we have seen the most amazing movement from immersive tech. However, a lot of the services that are being produced are, highly extractive. And so they're alienating users because a lot of creators' works are just being pulled into a pool and they're neither being given credit nor are they given revenue. And so folks are concerned about their livelihood as this, tech continues to advance. So over the last 9 months, we have been trying to remedy this with Exhibit. Exhibit is the first creator-centered immersive AI platform out there. And the way we've enabled this is by allowing users to simply upload an image and we build the immersive experience behind that image. So this is our home screen. These are some of our featured creators we're working with. And you zoom through and you can kind of click through their lookbooks and choose something to try on. You generate it. And then this prompts you to create a LoRa. And what a LoRa model is ultimately a digital twin. So it's based on around 8 to 10 images of yourself. We store that on platform, and you can kind of just continue to generate yourself into these looks. And tokens are granted to the creator as you do that, and you can remix them to kind of make them bespoke. And so what that means for you is on Sunday morning, you can try on a Yves Saint Laurent suit without having to deal with like the class politics of luxury. And you can jump into subcultures without having to deal with kind of like the discomfort of a new space and environment. We're also featuring a lot of indie labels. And so, we have some from Southeast Asia and they have a tiny shop and you can kind of visit that tiny shop from your couch. And we're really hoping to just move this out of like the categorical system of self-discovery. It's post-gender, it's very expansive and allows you to play with the possibilities of who you are. The way that we're making this conducive to creators is we've created a protocol that follows their IP. So even if that is remixed or if their work is merged later on, they're continuously getting tokens for their work. What this looks like from the user perspective is you simply download the app, we create a wallet for you. You either get a subscription or a token bundle. Those go into your wallet and you can disperse those throughout the site to creators. So it's a very low touch kind of passive marketplace. The crux of this all is single image immersion, and this has really only been made possible in the last 2 months. Our team has worked for 10 years in generative AI, and so we've been able to kind of build something that doesn't exist yet. And over the next 3 months, we'll be introducing new models, and it's just going to even get better. And over 6 months, we're going to be able to introduce and fold in video and prompt video. So as these new features come out, we can, bring them into an ecosystem that is really creator-centric. So that's us for Exhibit. We're building a human-centered AI, and we just really believe that it's really important that we share our lived experiences with one another and keep that like human quality to AI as it keeps progressing. And if you hit this QR code, you can get early access. We're going to be launching the next month, our beta, and you can also hit us up at on Twitter. So thank you to Seed Club as well for making this possible.
Oh yeah, Dove.
Great job, Dove.
Very, very excited about it. There's just like so many layers of problems that you guys have gone to solve to go make this happen. And I feel like a bunch of those solutions are going to be tools that people can remix in a multitude of different ways. This sort of user-generated content-based AI platform, this creator revenue structure that you're building out, the attribution piece is very exciting to see, and can't wait for you all to be able to go around and see yourself in various different worlds. I'm kind of afraid to look at what my images will be like because I'm kind of going to lean in.
Yeah, how do we get some images of Jess in like cutting edge Berlin kinkwear or something? Is that
what we'll do? Is we'll get Connor to style me in Exhibit, and we'll see how it goes.
Just follow us on Twitter. Give us a week.
All right. Thanks, Dove.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna go bring Conway from SideQuest.
Hey everyone.
What's up, man? Take her away.
Just waiting for the presentation to load up.
Yeah, peaceful.
Hey everyone, my name is Conway. I'm the founder of SideQuest. So what we're building is gamified reality. We think that the world already has enough ways to escape reality, and that's not what we're trying to do. But right now, we're at a crazy time to enhance reality. We've got wearable computers, we've got multimodal AI, we've got tokens as social rewards. And so what we're doing is bringing these three things together to build our own version of enhanced reality, which is to turn life into a game. The core shift that's enabling this is in computer vision, where we're going from simple object detection to something much more advanced, which is AI that understands real world activity in real time. So here it is in action. So you can see it's not just detecting like a hand or a dog, it's detecting them actually petting this dog in real time. Whatever I point at, it picks it up. Previously, this would have taken like thousands of models, but now you can get this broad understanding. And so for turning life into a game, what this means is you can kind of use it like a game engine. As an activity is detected, you can connect it to an achievement. So if those achievements are real activity, the cool thing is they can start to integrate into your daily life. Like we've all been on a side quest in real life. Go out on a Friday night, cheers a friend, go for a hike, or buy flowers for someone that you love. Now, the even crazier idea is what if the coins were real? All games tend to have coins. And what if they were existing coins like Enjoy, Hire, but also totally new coins like Cheers or Bloom? Fundamentally, we're connecting real activity to real rewards. So like go for a quest, capture it, get rewarded. For crypto natives, we see this as a totally new category of crypto to experiment with. Create, share side quests, attach value to them. For normies, it's an easy way to just go out and get onboarded to crypto. You don't need a wallet, just use your phone. We'll give you an embedded wallet. Go to Costco to earn cost by eating some glizzies. Go out, pick up some trash to earn trash coin. Where we are today is we've got some mobile apps that are in alpha testing. We've got just under 500 beta testers, and you can see one of those in action here, where we're testing the mechanics of basically literally farming grass in real life. Our roadmap is we're preparing for a beta release in August. We're working on advancing the AI to have even better understanding, and long-term, we're building for wearable devices. Gamified reality is just the killer use case for wearable devices. Imagine overlaying onto your real life. This is something that we've already started working on. So you can see it functioning right here. So that's side quest. We've got one side quest for you right now, which is to scan this QR code. And this can give you access to our Discord. Everyone in our Discord is going to be the first to get early access. Thank you.
Oh man, that's how I get my golf token, I think.
Yeah.
This has had my meme coin captivated brain in a frenzy for the last 3 months. So God, I appreciate you putting up with all my ideas for where this thing could go.
I love it, man.
I couldn't be more
Thank
excited.
you so much. Heart rate's at 150 right now.
There you go, some heart rate token.
Gamify that. Yeah. I love this. Just we've been infatuated with this idea of social distribution. It feels like there's a very new push in that way. Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing with us, Conway. If you're hanging with us live over on the Twitter, there's about 2,800 people watching live right now over on Twitter. Let's go. Come on over to live.cclub.xyz. The chat is unhinged over there, and you can spray and joy all over the room and the projects in a very fun and enlightening way. Also a reminder for folks that if you are excited about any of these projects, at the bottom of the live.cclub.xyz page, you'll see a link or a button that'll take you to links. You can go and check out any of these projects. If you missed one, you can click on those links, sign up, be early. You can also mint the logo over on Fora to signify on chain that you're here early. The chat it's chatting, so come over, live.cclub.xyz. All right. Next up, we have Ilya, who's sharing about Lisa.
Hey all, excited to be here. All right, so my name is Ilya. I'm co-founder of Lisa. So here's the truth. Most of us do not collect art, especially when it comes to fine art. And it's no surprise. Art is complicated, requires a lot of money, and it feels like it's reserved for the elite. My guess is most of you today do not identify yourself as fine art collectors. But the vast majority of us look for more interesting and social experiences of culture. We have a different vision of what art collecting could be like, which is more fun, more open, and more profitable for the rest of us. Imagine a world where you go to MoMA, scan an artwork, and see that 2 of your friends and 10 people you follow on Twitter already own it. You buy $50 worth of it right on the spot and instantly dropped into a group chat where people talking about the art you now own and standing in front of. You get a print for your home, you vote on where the artwork goes next, or claim tickets for the curator talk about it. We're building a product for that. So what would actually happen if art belonged to millions and not millionaires? We believe that collective ownership could change the way we collect, own, and experience art. And here is our show, Don't Tell. Last month, 175 people on the internet came together to buy a physical sculpture by Fuckrender called Big Care, worth $75,000, powered by Lisa. None of us are going to have the 4-foot sculpture in our houses, so why did we decide to collect? Here are some of the reasons we have seen. Collect to simply say, I love it. Collect to meet people who love it too and share this love all over the internet. Collect to come to show in New York City, meet the artist, hang out with your friends, and see your sculpture in a physical gallery space. Collect to support the artist into breaking into the new medium for the very first time. Collect to meet legendary curator behind Supreme and other artists from a space. Collect to read about your art in Hypebeast and share this link with your friends and your mom. Collect to receive a print, collect to get an NFT, collect to wear it whenever you decide to go to jungle. Collect to see the price increase, hold your art, or trade it and access instant liquidity. Collect to place your sculpture in a museum, local coffee shop, school, or public space, so everybody can see this. But most importantly, collect to be part of the story. From the moment in the studio when the artwork is being made, all the way up into museum when everybody can see this. Be there with the art, the artist, and your collective every step of the way. Wherever artist goes next, being Sphere in Las Vegas, which happened last month, Louvre or Moon, we go together. That's what Lisa is. We built a product for you to be part of the story, not just a number in your wallet. Build a museum-like collection together with best curators and artists themselves. Hold your art or get instant liquidity via secondary market. Decide what happens next, whether it goes to a museum or to an auction house for a sale. And most importantly, have fun doing that. We worked very hard, so you don't have to. You don't even need to know how crypto works or how to use it. Literally onboard with your wallet or your email. Forget about gas. Pay with any crypto you have. It's mobile first. It's incredibly secure. Send it to your mom today. So where are we? In recent months, Lisa Collective of 500 people acquired 6 artworks worth $275,000, making it into the top 10% of collectors globally. Pretty good for a group of people on the internet. So there is only one thing I want to ask you today. Join us. We have amazing artworks coming to the platform, and next week we're announcing a super secret drop, so get on this list today. Be part of that story. Scan QR code or follow link in the chat, create an account, and follow Lisa on socials. Before we wrap up, I wanted to say a huge thank you to our team, our collectors, artists, and everyone who helped to make this happen. And thank you for tuning in today. This is Lisa. We own art together.
Oh yeah, thank you, Ilya. I mean, we have deep roots in the DAO space. Obviously, very passionate about this idea of involving people deeper into things that they might not have been able to be involved in. I think the big takeaway for us there was that people want the experience and the joy of that, and not the challenge and the hard work of it. And so, I think Lisa's threading that line here. It's an entertaining and fun experience, and not work. So
yeah, I've been a long time Masterworks user, and this is already just like, it's such a flat experience compared to what you're building. So can't wait to more.
Next drop is going to be dope.
Let's go.
Next drop is going to be dope.
Thank you, guys.
Right, thanks, Ilya. Have a great
you.
one. Okay, we're into our last 3. These are flying by. Let's welcome Colin.
The dual chat experience is kind of fun, actually.
It's people
They have
complain about rollups.
Very different cultures on each one.
They are very different. What up, Colin?
What's going on, guys?
I'll take it away,
man.
Awesome. There's the deck. All right. Hey, everybody. My name is Colin Johnson, and I'm a co-founder of Ponder, which is a social curation platform that's native to Farcaster. So we're going to go deep into Farcaster land here. I want to start with a question, though, right? So if you wanted to find fresh content from the frontier of venture capital, or from EVM or ZK, or any kind of topic that matters to you, where would you look right now? Right? You could kind of go to Wikipedia or Fora if you wanted lame, old, stale information, right? That doesn't really have solid social context. I actually pulled this from Fora yesterday, and the most recent 2 answers about venture capital are from 11 years and 13 years ago. Or you could get the sort of frenetic, algorithmic-driven content of Twitter or Reddit, which gives you a really nice kind of hit of energy when you find something interesting, but you don't leave feeling like you're more well-informed on the topic, right? And part of the reason for that is algorithmic curation kind of works like a speedboat, right? It's really good at immediacy, at being shiny, at having a broad sort of surface, broad surface area, and mass appeal. We're taking a different route with Ponder, right? We're actually going underwater here. We're more like a submarine. We care more about deep social context, about longer time horizons, and nuanced views. And that's not to say algorithms aren't awesome. They're going to continue to grow and get better and better, but they're fighting a different battle than the battle that we want to fight. And the reason that people aren't fighting this battle is we haven't really had the right tools, right, for surfacing and organizing topical knowledge from really credible humans. Now we do. So what we're building here is a new space that unearths fresh knowledge from the edge of discovery, just like Twitter and Reddit, that exciting stuff that you want to see, that also boasts the credibility of platforms like Fora and Wikipedia. And this is how we're going to do it, right? And this is a very simplified version, but effectively, we're taking the highest signal content that comes from decentralized social. Right now, we're focused on Farcaster because it's the best decentralized social platform, but you can imagine that expanding later. We then allow channel and topic leads to be rewarded for curating those topics, right? So you have this sort of secondary layer of human engagement. The best content then forms a front page for every topic, and users can build their reputation over time in a way that actually matters. And one of the ways that it actually matters is thanks to this new capability, right? So there are new things that decentralized social allows us to do. The first one is we have open public social graphs. And what that means is we know who your followers are, and we know who follows you, and we know who you follow, rather. And it turns out that the best way to actually identify whether or not you're human is who you follow and who you engage with on your social network. So we have a really strong way to identify humanness or realness. We get permissionless content, so we're never going to have an API shutdown like Twitter had and Facebook had when all these other apps got basically wrecked. And then we have seamless reward delivery. Everyone knows about this. This is sort of like inherent in the structure of crypto. It means that we can deliver potential future tokens as well as reputation to a solid identity that transfers amongst platforms. So decentralized social is huge. What have we been doing on Ponder so far? So we started by sourcing these quantitative insights throughout the Farcaster community by sending polls out, right, that we created in frames. We've actually had over 30,000 people answer our polls, and we've got a few hundred polls that are going out per week now. So it's been a great way to start curating insights. We then launched our 3 front page topics. When I say then, I mean literally yesterday. And we're going deep on founders, venture capital, and base chain as our initial topics. We'll expand that out, but first we're going to start very narrow. And then today we're launching beta testing for the curation game. And the curation game is in a very, very early stage. So we'll start there, but it's relatively simple. Every day you're allotted a specific amount of rep on every topic that you've engaged with, right? And for those who have used Ponder historically, congrats, you're gonna have much more rep today than other folks. You can then distribute that rep to the best content every week, and we give you some interesting ways to do that. And then you earn rep for both creating content as well as curating the content. And finally, the best content bubbles up to be the front page of whatever that topic is over time, right? We really care about having a deep Farcaster integration. So not only can you do this curation in the Ponder web app itself, but also via a cast action. And you're able to download that cast action today at weponder.io. The deep Farcaster integration is really important to us for another reason too, right? You can see this old cast from Dan Romero. This is actually about 11 months old. And he's talking about these crucial online communities that are somewhere between 100 and 1 million people who have a very specific sort of niche, knowledge base, right? And they care about this thing inherently. Algorithms can't solve for the kind of problems that these communities run into nearly as well as human curation can. So our thesis is, this is where the submarines are going to win. This is where the human curation is actually going to be most relevant. And it's why we want to tie ourselves so deeply into the Farcaster ecosystem and approach to these topics and channels. So to kind of summarize here, what we want to do is rebuild the sort of institutional trust on chain that's been lost in so many other ways. And we're doing it by starting with content that's coming from Farcaster and Lens and Paragraph, running it through this curation protocol, and then producing on the other end what should be the best page on every topic that matters, knowing that the people producing the content and curating the content are real humans and have added network value historically. Our team is very much Farcaster native. Reach out to any one of us at any point in time. We'd be happy to chat. And then finally, what we'd love for you to do today is just join the Curation Game Alpha. It's early, but there's a lot that you can play around with when it comes to content by visiting weponder.io or scanning this QR code. And big thanks to the Seed Club guys for letting us do this. Appreciate it.
You're getting a ton of really wonderful taglines dropped in both of the chats.
A lot of hair compliments.
Ton of hair compliments. Yeah. They would tokenize the quaff seems to be the message we're getting here.
I'll take it.
Quite a bit. Amazing. Thanks, Colin. All right. Well, 2 more to go. We're going to welcome Chris from Unofficial.
Hey guys,
up,
how's
Chris?
it going?
Speaking of hair,
I promised I wouldn't comment on the mustache, so I'm not going to comment on the mustache. No comment.
Yeah. Hey guys, my name is Chris and my company is called Unofficial, and we're providing next generation discovery and personalization for decentralized and open social. Most of the people here watching today are already on Farcaster or Lens. open social is the fastest growing segment in consumer crypto. It's here, and it's here to stay. But open social is waiting for its next breakout moment. We need to build better experiences on these social graphs. If we go back 3 decades to the early internet, we see the same problem. Google launched a search engine that provided a simple way for everyone to surf the web, uncovering an ocean of digital creativity and exploration. And we're at this same moment again. Instead of discovering websites, we have problems discovering our people and our interests and our communities. If you need to find your people and those with mutual interests, it's more than a search. For open social to reach 1 billion users, we need a discovery engine. So we built one. Before we dive into the applications of our discovery engine, we need to walk through how it works. First, we take the social graph provided by Open Social. We're starting with Farcaster, and we pair it with an interest graph that we generate from Web 2 and Web 3 data sources. We apply a combination of machine learning and data science strategies to consolidate that data and structure it in a way that allows us to offer different discovery products, such as others that you may know, recommended for you, a specific FID or an Ethereum wallet, or more like this, most popular or trending in your interests. And this just isn't text-based content. Whatever you post to Open Social, we incorporate into our engine. But there is one extra step that we need to take with our data to push it to the next level: topic clustering. Say hello to Erica, my co-founder. These are some of the clusters that she loves. What makes up a cluster? It's all those wonderful conversations, topics, and interests that pull people together, and connections that keep coming back to the same place. We call these emergent communities. They're not just channels. And where are we at today with our engine? We've ingested just around 5.3 million casts, authored by over 161,000 Farcaster accounts across 10 different languages. From that, we've been able to identify 744 crypto topics, 2,477 non-crypto topics, around 450 clusters of distinct connection. But it isn't enough to build a discovery engine. We also need to build an interface to experience this data. So we're starting with a Farcaster client and an API so that others can build off the data that we're generating. Unlike other platforms, the Unofficial client is focused on new ways to discover people and communities. When you search for a New York City Marathon running with Unofficial, you should find exactly that. We service communities and people related to your search query, along with tokens and other media. Personalization is what you love today, but discovery is what you should love tomorrow. And these appear throughout the entire Unofficial client. You should be able to filter your feed by communities and find communities at the top of the client. Discover generative communities you didn't even know that you were part of. We also want to empower creators and merchants in ways that other clients wouldn't have been able to by offering the content in the right context, such as wellness products within health, fitness, and wellness communities. We want a native experience for those things, like commerce, POAPs, or tokens. Discovery should be finding these connections and so much more. Using our client, you can discover new friends, events, relevant content or experiences, follow entire communities through the newsfeed. The Unofficial client is what we as a team see to be the first application of our discovery engine. But it isn't the only direction we're going to go with applications of our data. We want to provide content discovery, like music or genres of video and libraries of HBO and Netflix shows to talk about on the weekend, or an AI agent and multimodal search. With the release of our API, anyone can use Unofficial data to build more interesting open social applications. What if you could create a real-time group chat or start a live stream on trending topics? You would have to know the people associated to those topics. You can create personalized marketplaces for specific types of art or artists, or identify new social or political movements as soon as they emerge. Join us in building on top of our work and bring us to the next generation of open social. And you can get involved today by signing up for our client waitlist or requesting access to the API beta. Yeah. And also thank you, C Club. You guys have been amazing. This has been such a wonderful journey.
No, you're the best. You're the best. I think Stash Token would do really well right now. The chat is in favor of Stash Token. Just going to put that out there. Yeah, this is a real fun one because it feels like you're really leaning into the future of what's possible, making a big bet on more data emerging. I love that you're not limited to just Web3 data. You're able to tap into existing data sources in a really unique way. And so I think people are just, we live in this world, we're in the boiling water. We're like, oh, discovery is good enough.
Yeah.
Just find my interest is good enough.
People really want to share their data. They want to find their people, and they want to do it in ways that is open. They want to be part of the internet again and not being on the
All right. Well, scan that QR code or visit the link at the little globe button on live.cclub.xyz that some of you have just found, which is great. And you go follow along. All right. Last but not least.
Is it my turn?
Are you going to talk about Enjoy? People are like, what's going on with Enjoy? Like my DMs over the last 2 weeks. What's going on with it? And I just said, just come to demo day. Josh is going to riff. So why don't you riff?
Josh is going to riff.
And the tips are flowing in and Enjoy, which just feels right. So
it feels so good. All right, sick. So yeah, we incubated Enjoy at Seed Club earlier this year, really because we thought it would be fun and felt like we were in a unique position to help a token like this break through and really just be a great example that could inspire others. We haven't been great, I would say, at sharing the vision behind it. So I figured this would be cool to pitch here, have a bunch of attention and energy and a great platform for it. So if you're active on Farcaster or you mint on Zora or you're a Seed Club fan, you know about Enjoy, but bear with me while I run it back a bit and set the stage for people that are new here. I promise I'll have some new stuff for you at the end. So we have a distinct vision for the future of the internet. It's a future where the immense cultural value created every day is directly captured by the people who create it. It's a future where user-owned networks, not corporations, are the largest and most valuable organizing structures. And it's a future where people love owning tokens that align with their belief systems, give them a strong sense of belonging, and unlock novel participatory experiences. We're building things that people want to be a part of is the killer business model. Enjoy is an on-chain creator network from this future. So in my mind, the biggest challenge preventing this future from arriving in earnest is actually just more people believing in tokens. And the way we'll get there is by having more tokens that people actually care about, more tokens that make people actually feel something. And these aren't infrastructure tokens. They were important in the last cycle when it's where all the serious builders were, compelling visions for the future were, and ultimately upside was. It's what we needed back then. And obviously they're still incredibly valuable, but on-chain culture is shifting. If you fast forward to today, everyone is disillusioned by the hundreds borrowing lending protocol, endless new chain launches, more perp dexes. Sure, they're still farmed, but there's less and less money to be made. And the charts on token launch reveal how little people actually care. But they're not meme coins either. Meme coins certainly make token consumption more simple, social, authentic, and fun. I love them, but they're largely not serious. Sure, some will continue to break out and become consensus shelling points for underlying memes that have enduring cultural value, but the vast majority won't. And even when they do, the experiences they offer are typically limited. So in my mind, what we need is token networks that have the expansive ambitions of top infrastructure projects, coupled with the belief systems, cultural value, and social properties of meme coins. I've been calling these scene coins, and Enjoy is going to be a defining example. Instead of starting with an application, protocol, or chain, we started with a token and a scene. We recognized an emerging scene of creatives that were bound by their deep belief that putting media on chain mattered, but were emotionally and experientially underserved by existing tooling. By introducing a token that represented this belief and a tipping mechanism to create social experiences around it, we were able to, or the scene quickly became more valuable and fun to participate in. So more specifically, here's kind of how we visualize the Enjoy network today. We can split it up into an attention layer, reputation layer, and participation layer. At the attention layer, we're focused on the token being seen and discovered alongside compelling narratives for why it matters. The token captures and stores the value of that generated attention and belief, which can then be used to reward core participation. Today, this largely happens through our social media channels, through tipping, which encourages people to write the ticker all over Zora. Next, we have the reputation layer, which is really focused on adding legibility to each participant's contribution to the scene and creating a strong sense of identity. This creates a meaningful social context that people actually want to spend time within and contribute to. Today, this takes the form of a leaderboard. We started with a focus on Zora creating and collecting data because of its central position in this ecosystem, but we'll be expanding beyond it shortly. And then finally, we have the participation layer. The core thing that on-chain creatives do is create and collect media. So we're very focused on improving that experience by making it more fun, social, and rewarding. Today, this is primarily our social distribution mechanism. We call this tipping, but find that pretty overly reductive for how powerful it actually is. Participants receive a weekly allocation of tokens based on their reputation to use to reward creators and more colorfully express their support for them. So together, these layers create a framework for an expansive world that's designed to be increasingly fun and social to participate in, increasingly good at generating attention, and increasingly valuable. So it's only been a few months, but it's working. People are proud of their standing on the leaderboard. They share it frequently and work week to week to improve it. Over 3,000 people are consistently tipping every week. Over 12,000 unique creators have been tipped. And the majority of collection comments that happen on Zora are enjoy tips. And our attention base is growing. We have over 30,000 holders today. But really, this is just the start. And what comes next is Enjoy truly becoming the on-chain creator network owned by collectors and creators. Our focus looking forward is on integrations, applications, and a chain. With integrations, we're focused on expanding beyond Zora and natively integrating into more creator collector marketplaces. We've been talking to many of them, and they're excited to have the Enjoy firepower help them grow their platforms. This will attract new waves of creators and collectors, think writers, podcasters, musicians, create an increasingly meaningful reputation and identity layer, and importantly, grow the surface area for tipping. With applications, we're focused on building native Enjoy experiences that uniquely serve our scene of the most hardcore and obsessive on-chain creatives. Things that a standalone business needing to go mass market won't build, but will make being an enjoyer absurdly fun and create value for the network. We're exploring things like creator staking, curator delegation, minting games, bringing the Enjoy to life as an AI agent, stuff like that. And with the chain, we're excited to stand up a network that will give our scene a distinct sense of place, a place we can put our applications, our data, our lore, our liquidity, a place that gives us a denominator we believe in. I really urge you not to underestimate how valuable a network with 1,000 true fans and 10,000 true speculators can be. And we're aiming for much more. So if you want to be a part of reimagining the future with us, get 500K Enjoy and join the scene. The token's on Zora today, but it'll probably be in a bunch of other places soon. Thanks.
So enjoyable, Josh.
That was a fun one to write.
Yeah, it's because I think we just haven't talked a whole lot about it.
We haven't talked about it.
I mean, we have talked a whole lot about it, but we haven't talked a lot about it. All right. Who baby? SC07 demo day. We are through all the teams. We have 2 chats with absurd liquidity in both. Thousands of people tuned in over on Twitter, probably 3 over on LinkedIn. Shout out to you 3, our diehards over on LinkedIn. I think I just always have this deep sense of appreciation when we come to these moments, because it has been 3 months of incredibly focused, hard work from all these teams. And I think if you asked many of them even a week ago, are you ready to share? They would say, hell no, give me an extra couple of weeks. But I think everybody here just killed it. There's something truly for everyone, whether you're interested in fashion or intellectual pursuits such as building the world's knowledge bases, or sports, or whatever generative communities end up being. I think there's something for the builder, the explorer, etc. So I'm just incredibly excited. At C Club, we have a big process that happens even before we start working with the teams to really curate what we think is just the category defining founders and products. And we take that process very seriously. And I think these 9, including you, Josh, teams have just done an incredible job here today, giving you a little hint of what might be in the future. So if you're here right now, you're listening, you're watching this, head on over to the forage link that is available at the little globe at the bottom of your live.cclub.xyz screen. Minting the logo is the way that you get to showcase that you were here and you were there first. We're already seeing Discord channels get subscribed to and new people signing up to this. You guys are amazing. Being early users of these products is exactly what we'd hope you'd do, and it's already happening. But being able to go mint that on chain and say you were here first, I think is a wonderful, wonderful way to support these teams as well. So, I mean, I think that's pretty much it.
Are we done?
I know we have a lot planned at C Club. We continue to try to reinvent ourselves with the current metas. I think we have a very, very clear vision on where the opportunity lies, both for C Club and for consumer crypto more generally. And so we have a bunch of fun things planned over the next little while, including when are we doing our next accelerator. So if you're a builder and you're building consumer crypto, we want to hear from you, regardless of when applications open. And if you're just generally wanting to follow along, make sure you're subscribed to our newsletter. cclub.xyz has all the information. You will hear first. You will want to hear first. We want to have you involved here as we roll out the next big vision for C Club. Big thanks to the C Club team, to the C Club network, our advisors, supporters, mentors. Shout out to Ben Roy, who was incredibly helpful in this current batch. We wouldn't have been able to do it without you. And of course, all the C Club team as well for their relentless support. We are back online doing this tomorrow. We host a weekly live show Friday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific time here at live.cclub.xyz. If you haven't hung out for that before, but you kind of like the vibe here today, come on over and join us over there tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific time. C Club is nothing without you all joining and showing up and just being supportive. It's been the same, was the case in SC01 and is even more so today. So just a huge, deep appreciation for you all. We get to go make crypto what it might ultimately become. It's up to us. And I think our chats in the community here are perfect examples of the type of people who I'm very, very, very excited to be building alongside. So thank you all for joining today.
Yeah, I think really the most useful thing all of you can go do is use these products and tell them how to make them better, because they're all just obsessed with the mission and journey they're on. If you're a sports fan, go play with Bracket and tell them how to build the most compelling crypto sports product that they possibly can, because that's all they want to do. So I think there's just so much leverage in using these projects and being a part of the communities right now.
Totally agree. All right, folks. We will be back here again doing SC08 demo day at some undefined point in the future. Until then, we'll be live tomorrow. We'll be on the internet, and we'll be all over the chains, the numerous chains that we get to go participate in these days. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you all to the SC07 teams that have pitched and presented. Thanks to the C Club family. We love you deeply. Very excited to see you on chain soon.
And thank you, Jess.